Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous time to come together where we can honor the goddess, prepare for Navratri, the 9 nights of the goddess. And thank you, everyone, for joining. My name is Sucharita. For those of you who don't know me, wishing you all a very warm welcome. It's always an honor and a pleasure to be of service. Today, it is Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. And this is a really powerful time to come together because it is a blessing for us to be able to do something with everyone gathering from around the world, from all different places, from all walks of life, from different cultures, different traditions, different religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs, because this is what the goddess has guided us to do. She's brought us here to awaken that spiritual energy inside of us that has been dormant, perhaps, or it needs a reboot, a readjustment, so that we can navigate these dark times that we are currently facing. And it's not only seasonally here in Toronto, Canada. The sun is not out for very long hours in the day as it was only a couple of weeks ago during the summer months. And it's an indicator that we have to go inside. It's time. It's going to be winter season soon, and that's a time for hibernation. And naturally, however, we are still going out and about. We're not in caves or under logs. We are navigating our lives according to what it is that we need to do. So we want to feel the protection. We want to feel energized. We want to feel vital. We want to feel that Kundalini energy rising from the base of the spine, activating all our chakras in our subtle body, our energy body. And then all that energy will go up to the third eye. And once it is up in the brain, in the middle of the brain, the pituitary, the pineal gland get activated in the subtle body as well. And that creates an opening, a vortex that is like a satellite dish, or it's like a fountain that keeps flowing. So it comes from the base of the spine, comes all the way up, and then pops open. And then that opening, that chalice, if you will, or satellite dish, or divine Wi-Fi connection is ready to receive the blessings coming from the cosmos right now as the fierce forms of the goddess are entering into the earth plane and clearing out any negative congested energies such as fear. Fear is rampant, and we can say, no, I'm good, I'm not afraid, but why aren't we succeeding? Why aren't we going after our goals with full force? And we can say, well, it's because of lockdown, it's because of setbacks with COVID, it's because of so many different things. And that's what our logical mind, our rational mind wants to think. So we want to get outside of that. We want to think out of the box. So the box that we are limited, are finding ourselves in a limited state of being, we're going to pop the top off of that box, get rid of the sides, get rid of the bottom of it, and just throw it off to the side for now and experience an expansion of this energy such that we even may have an out-of-body experience, or we may feel like we're merging with an energy and intelligence, a fire, if you will, or heat, or tingling, or pressure in different body parts as the goddess tries to get in and make room. So we may feel that some negative congested energies, motions, thoughts are going to come up to the surface, and we're going to think, oh man, I'm having the world's worst meditation or chanting practice. Keep going, because just like when we take on cleaning the garage, for an example, we look at it and we go, well, and then we get at it. And all of a sudden we do this heroic or Herculean thing that is to go for it and keep going, even though we're sweating and we're toiling and we're going after those nooks and crannies. We're getting rid of stuff. We're weeding out things. We are cleansing our body, our mind, our soul. All these memories come up as we're working away. Or it could be on a project that we just finally take on and say, you know what, I'm going to get right down to it. So the goddess is all about power, energy, empowerment. So we'll feel this fulfillment of grace and blessings and joy and happiness, even during these tough, challenging, dark times that we live in. So, as Dr. Ply has shared, invite everyone to these free services because we need reprieve. We need to connect with people who are like-minded, who want to awaken the goddess, who want to experience the goddess, the Kundalini energy, who don't want to read about it. We want to have an amazing adventure with her. Every time we call on these goddesses, Durga, who removes dukkha, which is suffering, and then the goddess Lakshmi, Shrimbrazi, who rids us or roots out scarcity consciousness, poverty consciousness, or ignorance, and gives us joy and happiness. And everything that represents comfort here on the earth plane is due to the blessings of the goddess Lakshmi Shrimbrazi. Then the goddess of wisdom, education, learning, children, creativity, arts, music, dance. Technology is the goddess Saraswati. So we are going to be honoring these goddesses, this goddess energy inside of us. We're going to be awakening it to a whole new level. Maybe we feel like, hey, I have been coming to these free services. I've been participating full on and I just don't feel it. Well, tonight might be the night. So we never know when the goddess is just going to pop the lid off and get rid of that box, put it off to the side and feel unlimited. Experience no limitation, no blocks, no challenges. Just, even if it is for a moment, you will know it. And you may have a catharsis. You may have tears. You may have some sort of resolve inside of yourself. Maybe you forgive yourself or forgive others. So that's what we're here to do. And as we have been doing in our programs here, where I'm hosting these calls, I have an altar set up. So I will be moving the camera over to the altar, and then you will see the different images of the goddesses that we just mentioned. And then we're going to hear Dr. Ply's chanting of each of the goddesses, the names. Om Dum Durgaye is for the goddess Durga. And then Shrimbrazi is for the goddess Lakshmi Shrimbrazi. And then Om Aim Saraswati Namaha is for the goddess Saraswati. So you'll see me offering flowers. You'll see after the chanting is done, which is going to be about 15, 20 minutes. And then as you are viewing this process or observing it or watching it, be observing what's happening inside of you. So there's some intelligence waking up inside of you, not just outside. So we have the images that the spiritual energy will come into from the cosmos, into these images, into these statues that have been energized for a couple of decades and a bit. And so they are supercharged during Navratri, especially during this time, getting us ready for the goddesses. So you may feel a spiritual transmission coming in. You may see some sort of communication or observe some sort of communication, and your eye will catch it. It might be flower petals dropping from the goddess, or you might see a twinkle in the goddess's eyes, or you might feel a twinkle in your own eyes. So there will be some spiritual dance going on with human mind, divine mind, because you can't crush your human mind. Otherwise, you'll be dead. So we want to transmute that energy, get rid of anything that's no longer serving us, and fill it up with the divine mind, the goddess energy, and fill up our chakras, fill up our body, feel the expansion. So you might feel this breathing in of the goddess energy. It's coming into you, and then it's breathing out, and then it's an in and an out experience. Or it might just be like you've blown the limitations, the borders, if you will, have disappeared. And then you're just present to the divine transmission. So whatever is going to happen for you, you might receive a message, you might receive a solution to your problem. You might think, oh, nothing is happening. Just hang in there right to the very end, and the goddess will twinkle you with, hey, you did a good job. You worked hard, and now you get to receive the benefits. So let's do it. Let's get into a state of receptivity. I'm going to just move the camera over to the altar here, where we can see the goddesses. We'll see Ganesha is on the right side of the goddess Durga. So there's Ganesha, who removes the obstacles. There's the goddess Durga, who removes dukkha, which is suffering. Then we've got an image of the goddess Shrimbrzi, and this is a newer form of the latest or most recent form of the goddess, who gives wealth, health, happiness, peace, prosperity, enlightenment, and protection. So she gives abundance, joy, and everything that you need to navigate this earth plane, because it is an earth plane that money makes the world go round is not just a saying, it's a necessity. So this is a larger form of the goddess here, and she has two elephants, one on either side of her, and these elephants are called Gaja, and so she is called Gaja Lakshmi. So she's the form of this royalty Lakshmi consciousness. So we want to feel like we are the leaders in our lives and not victims to the circumstances that we may find ourselves in at this point in time or any point in time. We'll call on that royalty consciousness to wake up and bless us. And then this is the goddess Saraswati, again, music, dance, arts, language, sweet speech. So if you feel like you're just not being heard, or you feel like you're complaining and you just want to stop that, she will give that blessing to you and then help you to have Vak Siddhi. Vak is an empowered way of speaking so that whatever you speak will manifest. And it will always be a good manifestation, so you don't have to worry, oh my God, am I saying the right thing? She will just, even if you think from a earth plane level or human level, she will just go beyond that and say, you don't really know what you're talking about, but let me bless you anyways. So that's the goddess Saraswati. She'll help with technology as well. So anything to do with phones and computers and laptops and iPhones. So people who say, I just can't get on the internet, I'm always technically challenged. This is the goddess to help to remove that obstacle for you. She's also will help you to write. Maybe you'll start a business. So she's the goddess of wisdom. So you'll know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. And it will just be like, it will be a miracle. So this is the Sri Chakra. Again, this has all the goddesses. Bhala Tripura Sundari is inside of this as well. One of the goddesses that will be initiated by Dr. Ply will be initiated into that goddess energy during the Navratri paid program. And then this is a two-dimensional image of the goddess, Sri Yantra. So with that, now we're going to get into a state of receptivity where we're going to call on Ganesha to remove the obstacles inside of us so that we're prepared energetically to receive the blessings from these images. As it's coming into these images, some message is going to come, some energy is going to come for you. So closing your eyes and putting your attention internally, we'll call on Ganesha to remove the obstacles for this experience to be a success all around. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now imagine a reddish orange light pouring down your legs, even into the feet and to the bottoms of the feet. This reddish orangish light is like a liquid light or sparkling, dazzling light or solid light, connecting you to the earth, the Kundalini energy of Mother Earth. Now imagine a ray of light shooting up your backbone, entering your brain, piercing the top of the skull, and going up, 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 into. We will activate the blessings or call on the blessings of Dr. Ply, who will enliven our body, our mind, our soul, quiet our thoughts, focus our third eye, all the chakras, align them with the goddess. Imagine Dr. Ply appearing before you in a form you're familiar with, or a light that embraces you. It penetrates all the pores of your skin. You're like a sponge, soaking up the spiritual transmission. Two beams of light enter your ears, piercing your eardrum, going inside of the head, filling the whole head up with light. Two beams of light shoot up your nostrils. A beam of light enters your mouth, piercing the tip of your tongue, lighting it up. The middle of your tongue, lighting it up. The back of the tongue is lit up, and the throat, especially the throat in the back of the mouth, in the tonsillar area. Even if you don't have tonsils, feel the light, see the light, experience the light. It's diffusing stubborn, stubborn karma in the back of the throat. A beam of light enters the spot between your two eyebrows, activating the pituitary, the pineal gland in the forehead, going deep into the middle of the brain. The third eye awakens with this light. And finally, a beam of light enters the top of your skull, pierces it, activates the neurons in your brain so they fire, lighting up your brain, lighting up the whole body. Once again, receive the spiritual transmission from Dr. Ply, entering all the pores of your skin, lighting your body up. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. And slowly, slowly open your eyes and be gazing forward at the images. And listen to Dr. Ply's voice take you on a journey with the goddess, enlivening your body, mind, and soul. And we'll see you in a bit.
Durgaye Namah. Om 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 Om Durgaye Namah. 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 Shri Guzi, 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 Shri Stream receive, stream receive, stream receive. Aim Saraswati Namaha. 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 Aim Saraswati Saraswati Namaha. Om Aim 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 Saraswati Namaha.
Now you can keep gazing. We'll offer the different items that represent the 5 elements that make up every human being, as well as everything and everyone on the earth plane and on other planes as well in subtler forms. So focus your attention on the lower chakras, the lower part of the body. Feel the grounding energy of the earth. And then we will offer the food to the goddesses that represents the earth element. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Shri Brazil Lakshmi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Lalita Tripura Sundari Namaha. Focus your attention on the navel chakra, the belly. Connect with the water element. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Shrim Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Sri Lalita Tripura Sundari Namaha. Focus your attention on your heart chakra, the middle of your chest. Imagine your heart's desires firing up in your heart center. Om Dham Durgaye Namaha. Om Shrim Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Lalita Tripura Sundari Namaha. Now we'll offer the incense, which is representing the air element. Focus on your nostrils, your throat, where we take in air, and even the life force, the prana, subtle air, the energy of the goddess. Om Dham Durgaye Namaha. Om Shrim Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Sri Lalita Tripura Sundari Namaha. Put your attention on your eyes. Keep your eyeballs still and steady. Focus on your right and left brain and merge with the ether, the Akash or space, represented by the flowers that are like a text message going to the divine. Om Dham Durgaye Namaha. Om Shrim Brzee Lakshmi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Sri Lalita Tripura Sundari Namaha. Now gaze into the images that are attracting your eye. Ask the goddess Durga for her grace and blessings to remove any kind of suffering of the body, the mind, the soul, and empower you, enlighten you, enliven you, energize you, give you courage and strength and bravery. The goddess Shrim Brzee, Lakshmi Shrim Brzee, for abundance, Get rid of scarcity consciousness, poverty consciousness, not having enough, not being good enough, beautiful enough, educated enough. All that has to go. And then in a miracle moment, she could change your life. Filling it with abundance, joy, everything that represents fulfillment of the desires on the earth plane. The goddess Saraswati for education, appreciation in music, arts, dance, writing. Have the intelligence to create streams of income, whether that's through job or business, internet business. You never know with the goddess. She gives wisdom to know when to do what to do and guides you on your spiritual path. Lalita Tripura Sundari, who is the goddess of harmony, protection. She has so many goddesses inside of her. And then close your eyes and feel all these goddesses' energy coming alive. Through the grace and blessings of Dr. Ply, make your prayer for whatever it is that you want help manifesting. And because we can, in this global community, we can ask the goddesses to come to the earth plane and help everyone to evolve spiritually and materially, to enjoy the comforts, even if it's the basic, which is food, clothing, shelter, medicine, pure drinking water, peace of the body, mind, and soul. Especially during COVID, where people are really isolated and even those who are struggling. The goddess must come in and give them unconditional love, support. Through your prayers, your intention set to offer this puja practice. Make your prayer to Dr. Ply for bringing you here. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul. Peace to the environment, peace to the universe. Peace to the gods and goddesses. All divine beings. And just relax and slowly, slowly come back. When you're ready, you can open your eyes for the closing of this elementalization or puja offering, energization, connecting with these images, connecting with Dr. Ply. And we just had Saraswati drop the flower when we said the blessings from Dr. Ply, connecting with him. So that's the goddess. She's saying, yes, that's it. That's where wisdom comes, through the spiritual master. So slowly, slowly come back to yourselves. We will see Dr. Ply's image there. And we're back. So thanks for joining those of you who need to go. It's always fun to be here guiding you. I'll see you tomorrow and the following day if you'd like to join us live, or if you've got other things going on, you can always watch the recordings of these calls and get the blessings, the energy that's coming like a snapshot of that time space continuum. So God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow. And then those people who are going to be staying, then oh, the chat is lighting up. So people are sharing on the chat already, and it's always fun to see what's going on with everyone. If you'd like to share your experiences or ask your questions, and then we'll just encourage you to go on to Apply Center and check out the offerings that are the paid services, which you may be compelled to join, because that's what Dr. Ply is waking up inside of us with these chanting calls that we have, or meditation calls, the calling of the goddess on into us. And then what do we do? What do we do next? So she may be guiding you on what it is that you need to do next. And then during Navratri is a great time to get initiated by a spiritual master, Dr. Ply, so that that energy is with you forever and growing and expanding. So you can read about these kinds of things, but to experience it is what we're all about here on the earth plane. So thanks for all your sharing of your gratitude, lots of beautiful messages. And the attitude of gratitude, we're just coming off of our Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada. And it is always a pleasure to be with everyone during this time where the attitude of gratitude is very palpable. When we connect with our hearts and we're thankful for what we do have, instead of being thankful or wishing we had more things, and then we'll be thankful when we get those things, or that, healing or whatever it is in our life that we're praying for. But when the goddess enters the earth plane, she wants us to experience that level of compassion and gratitude and strength and power and energy that goes beyond words. So that gratitude makes us to feel grateful. And when we're full of gratitude, or we're full of being great, then we are just aligned with that higher level of consciousness that will help us to manifest that much more in our lives. So when we're grateful, more comes. So it doesn't matter if you're not Canadian and you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, the energy is there. The vortex is opened up. So enjoy. So Adrienne is saying that was powerful. Wow. I heard what sounded like a tree full of cicadas chirping, and I smelled the aroma of honeysuckle, gardenia flowers with a hint of pears. And that's what happens. And you think, what the heck? How is that possible when we're online? We're on, we're on the Zoom, or we're on YouTube. How is it possible to smell things or see things or hear things? It's because our senses, those sensory organs and the sensory receptors, the sensory receptor cells, when the goddess comes in, it gets really, really hypersensitive. So we get into a heightened state of awareness. And then our experience is as if we are in this altered state where the veil of this earthbound experience of our everyday life is so super close to the spiritual world. So it just opens up. And then all that spiritual energy rushes in to these orifices, these holes in our head and in our body, all the pores of our skin, and it transmits that energy into beyond the body, beyond all the organs, beyond our sense of who or what we've experienced with these sensory organs, and it gets to the level of the soul. So we might also feel like, whoa, I was just in heaven, but except I'm still here. So how is that possible? So that's what we want to do, is we want to remove that veil and really be present to an altered state of being where we don't have to die and go off into the spiritual world, where we can experience piercing through the veil. And that's why this technology that's exactly what it is. It's a tool or technique to open up our sensory perception so that we can get into a divine sensory perception, and then our experience shifts. So God bless you all, and I'm so glad that you experienced that. Kalkit is saying here, I was sneezing and my hands felt numb. So as we mentioned during other programs, is when we're sneezing or we're coughing or we're yawning or we're trying to expand or release something, or we cry or we shake or we have tingling or heat. Those are all physical sensations to tell us, whoa, something else is going on. Because otherwise, my head is saying, oh, I'm just listening to a bunch of chants. So the divine says, no, 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 don't blink and miss it. So you can have those experiences where you're trying to expand your body or open up all the orifices. So sneezing, coughing, feeling a lot of energy, heat, or freezing cold even. So, or numbness or tingling. That's an indicator that some energy, you've come into contact with some energy, some intelligence, and then that will get into you and guide you or clean you up, at least at the minimum. So that's what intelligence and the spiritual realm is going to do. Just like when we have that aha moment, we're learning something on the computer maybe or on our smartphone. And we go, oh, wow. And then we kind of feel this rush of adrenaline, rush of joy. And we'd been struggling, or you're struggling with a breakthrough, or in your life, in your relationships or finances. And all of a sudden you finally have it. And it's just like some other intelligence got into me because the thing got resolved. The issue got resolved. So for us, it's saying amazing, amazing, amazing blessings. Saraswati blessed us with the flower just when you named Dr. Ply. Sucharita, you are Saraswati. Lots of gratitude. And that's what it is even though my name is a name that was given by Dr. Ply, Sucharita is the goddess Saraswati of the golden age. And that is just something that comes through. I have no control over it, and none of us do, but we just can tune into that energy. And in fact, when stuff like that happens, where the flower is dropped right when we said Dr. Ply, right at the end of our puja, this elementalization, that's the confirmation that we want to get used to in our lives. So we are born in this lifetime, in all lifetimes, to realize God. But how does God or Goddess talk to us? So that, try these elementalizations, even if you have a picture or you want to just download it on your phone and use your phone as your altar. And then you just offer maybe a raisin to represent the food element or the earth element, and then a little bit of water to sprinkle it there in front of the picture, in front of your phone or your computer, not on your computer or your phone. But you can just offer it in front of it, and then or in front of an image or a statue or a yantra that you have that represents these goddesses. So water representing the water element. Then the fire can be a candle, can be ghee. They love the ghee light, the clarified butter. So that's what we use here. And then that brings the divine, the goddess, into the earth plane. And then we get to experience that inside of us. So we're offering this to the goddess, but we're feeling it awaken inside of us. So that's the fire, and then the air is the incense, and then the flower is the text message. Got there. So that's the blessing. Evelyn saying, you're so full of enthusiasm, energy, cheer, joy. Thanks for all the advice. That's what we want to experience. Even if we think we're having the world's worst day, or I just feel blah, or is this even working? Do I believe this? So we will always have those kind of negating or nagging moments throughout the day. And when we just do something to call on the goddess or be in an altered state, then all of a sudden we're full of joy and happiness for no reason. And it doesn't seem Why should we be happy when we're tired, or we didn't have good news, or we're struggling, whatever it is? And then the goddess just gets in and says, oh, don't worry about it. Let's just be happy in this moment. So when we do these practices, we will practice being that, so that when all of our manifestations, all our desires come in to be fulfilled, we really, really jump for joy. So Nalita is saying here, I need help to reunite with my children. And that's what will happen too. So you can pray to these three forms of the goddess to keep giving you the strength and the courage to keep going after it, even if you feel rejected, there is miscommunication or no communication. You talk to your children at the level of the soul and bless them. So anyone who is a mom or a dad, even if you don't have a good relationship with your kids, you just bless them. You bless them at the level of the soul, and they will come back to you because they are a part of you. So keep calling on the goddess. The goddess will embrace you, empower you to, be forgiving, forgive, be loving, unconditionally loving, and no expectation. Just let the goddess do it. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm just seeing I'm seeing so many lovely messages of gratitude. So keep cultivating that. Put it into practice. You want to say thank you to everybody, even if they're grumpy. You just say thank you, God bless you, or Goddess bless you. And you don't say it like in their face directly. You just can say it internally. And then just say, wow, everybody's going through such tough times. And this is one of those moments. And I could really freak out on the person and make them wrong, or them make me wrong. But just come in to the life and into the space. So call on these goddesses to not just wait for Navratri. It's starting in a few days. So we'll see some of the people who are going to be joining those initiations. I'll see you I think I'm going to be doing now 4 nights out of the 9. And then Lakshmi Gina will be doing the other 5. And then I will be hosting the follow-up calls. So for anyone who is in that program, there is a Apply Center Academy course made for you. And then you access all the teachings there. And then during the follow-up calls after the initiations, after Navaratri, we'll do it for a couple of Sundays, maybe 2 or 3, two anyways, and maybe we'll have a third one if we need to wrap it all up. So, and put a nice little bow on it. And that will be your gift from the goddess moving forward towards the end of the year. And we'll see what happens as we get into November, December. So are there any other questions? Milos is saying, oh yeah, I can't wait for it to start. I actually took the time off work so I can dedicate myself 200%. Well, that's fabulous. That's great. Is there any other living or live viewing today, or next is tomorrow? For this program, it's tomorrow at the same time. And then Dr. Ply has been doing some live YouTube messages. So go check out Ply Center YouTube for Dr. Ply, who was live earlier on today. And anytime you see any of, you want to hit the subscribe button on here. So there's a bell and a subscribe button. Get onto this Ply Center practice or Ply Center YouTube, and then you'll get the reminders when he's going live. So there's also he's done about 10 YouTubes called Religion of Religions. Those are very interesting, and not only interesting, very empowering. So check out all those. In the past few days, he's been really putting out a lot of energy. So he's not just giving you some entertainment or some information to entertain your mind. The spiritual energy is coming in so strong that we need to put it into the earth plane, and Dr. Ply is a filter for that. Otherwise, we would burn up like barbecue. So, yeah, Milos is saying enlightened politics was today, and it was so good to listen to. Absolutely. Gives you a great new perspective. And that's what it is. We're not going to get the changes through politics, through education, through finances or the economy, or through speaking to anyone about how to heal our body, how to heal our relationships. That's going to happen because that's what we do here on the earth plane. But we have to take responsibility for our perspective on each and every area or aspect of our lives, and then how we are perceiving it, even though it may seem on a global scale pretty confusing and also very scary. So the world is going to do what the world is going to do, and it's up to us how we are going to navigate with the grace and the blessings of the divine. And perhaps this is the time, 2020 and beyond is the time frame for the golden age to wake that up inside of all of us. And then that intelligence is just going to spill over into other people. So even if you have enlightened politics or enlightened education or enlightened finances or economy, it's the people, are they evolved to be loving, unconditionally loving individuals, and then guiding others. So it's a great way to measure our own progress. So even if we think we're the greatest thing since sliced bread, the divine is going to make us to go to really deep levels of compassion and understanding, connection with the goddess, and she won't let you to be too swollen in the ego, or swollen in with your intellect or your knowledge or your light, because that can just be a higher state of existing before, when you were living in ignorance. So it's a tricky double-edged sword, this path, this spiritual path that we're on. And that's why Dr. Ply shares, be in this world 100% effort, and going after your material pursuits, being a good person as you can be in any given moment in time, learning from the mistakes, following the golden rule, do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. As such, it's not so easy. It's easy to say pretty much, but it's not so easy to be. But then when the goddess is there, she will just do it for you. So we're aligning with these cosmic forces, these energies, these intelligent beings, these archetypes, and then being with a spiritual master like Dr. Ply. He won't just be entertaining you with some information. He will hit your soul. He will really wake you up. And then you will live that life of knowing that, wow, there's way more to this life than what I imagine, or way more to this spiritual path than what I find myself in. And that's what evolution is. We keep growing, expanding, keep bringing in the love, being unconditional love. So Faraz is saying, hi, Sutrita. PC Ply Center has been very compassionate by releasing a standalone mother womb chakra program. Do we have an option for Bala Tripura Sundari? You never know. Keep praying for that for us. And send an email if you have any questions about, or you have any requests. Dr. Ply knows. He just needs you to ask. So send your emails to office@plycenter.com and put in your request. So, let's see here. Someone has posted, there's a Mother Mary module offered separately now available to purchase in case someone did not have the finances. Yes, exactly. I think thanks so much, Yasmin and Faraz, for mentioning that. So you can ask the divine, okay, if Mother Mary's coming in, what about the other goddesses? So you can ask that as well. Send it in, you never know. All right. Well, everyone, how about we wrap it up? Thanks so much for joining. We will see you tomorrow, same time, same channel. And please hit the subscribe button and the like if you want. If you did like it. I did. It was fun. And it's always the grace and the blessings of Dr. Ply. You can't imagine what he's doing. Like he always says, you don't even know what you just did. So participating live or listening to it later on, the recording later on, Dr. Ply will be guiding your soul. So God bless you all, and we will see you tomorrow. Namaste.